What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. And I have finished my complaint to the SEC, or at least I thought I was, because around 2 o'clock this afternoon, I closed my laptop, I was done, I texted Donahue and I said, I'm finished with the complaint, bruh. Here's a copy of it. And I sent it to him. And I said, I'm done. I need a few hours rest. I lay down and I get to thinking and I go, wait a minute. I didn't write a conclusion. And you can't write a proposal like this or an argument like this and not have a conclusion. And I laid there and I thought, there's nothing to conclude. I have covered every single aspect of this forward agreement in this complaint to the fact of I don't need to draw any conclusions. But your conclusion in your argument is like your closing statement in a trial. So this is your last chance to drop some good information on the reader, hoping that they will agree with you. Now, I didn't know how I was going to write this conclusion. As far as I'm concerned, I've told the story. It needs to be told. And then I wake up from my nap, I turn on YouTube, and I gotta see the crying news network over there crying about people who don't watch their channel and all the misinformation from the conspiracy theories. And he's got a document that proves that CSI is nothing but a conspiracy nut and that what they're doing is legal. And here's the letter that Goldman Sachs themselves wrote to SEC for clarification on forward agreements. And that CSI has lost his mind because the SEC told them that the forward agreements would be legal. Now, if that's your argument, you're a piss poor debater. All right? Because check this out. For over 100 years, slavery was legal in this country. That they would take a black man or woman or child, put them on an auction block, sell them into servitude, all right, and make them live in conditions and abuse that just was so horrible. Our mind in today cannot express what really happened during this time frame. And you know what? When they was doing this, there were people that was walking down the street and they would look over there, and when their wife would say something to them, they would tell her, sweetheart, it's legal. It's legal what they're doing. But what they're doing might be legal, but was it right? Absolutely not. The things that the black man has went through in this country, and while it was legal, that they couldn't sit at a dining room counter with whites. You couldn't use the white restroom. You better not walk on the same side of the street as a white woman. They will lynch you. And it was legal. And it wasn't until one night in Miami when Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, Jim Brown, and Sam Cooke got together and they met and talked, and they come to one conclusion. That yes, they were black men, but they were black men with influence and they could change shit. And they did. And we still feel the repercussions of the change today, thanks to them standing up for what was legal, but it wasn't right. And it changed. So, we are in an impasse here, my friend, Clown News Network. You can stick your head in the sand and you can say that what these market makers is doing is legal and walk away from the fight, or you could join the fight and say it's legal, but it's not right. It's not right. And at the end of the day, when the rubber meets the road, what's right is all that matters. And when I say that we're in an impasse here, you and I'm trying to get you to understand that just like they had the one night in Miami where these men got together and they talked about how much their influence could impact the political arena today in their time, we are influencers. I have 15,000 subscribers. You've got close to 30. Donahue's got 20. And we have a voice and influence to where we can make a change. But you decide to stick your head in the sand and just like all throughout the past, say, well, it was legal. But let me tell you something. What Hitler did to the Jews during that time frame in Germany was legal. Didn't make it right. And they went after them some bitches after the war was over with. And they tracked them down all around the world because of what they done. So don't tell me just because something's legal, it's right. Then not I'm a conspiracy theorist because I stand up against it. Alright? And instead of fighting me and calling it conspiracy theory, call it what it is. It's a conspiracy fact. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to begin starting to have ChatGPT read the complaint because it's 11 pages long and it would take me forever to read it. So she's going to read it. It'll have a nice flow to it. I want y'all to hear what I'm complaining about because just like Cowboy Clown is saying, the SEC authorized it. That don't make it right. And that's what I tell them in my complaint. Love y'all. Be blessed. Get ready for the complaint video. See you in the next video.